In this video, this is going to be just all about Keavin Keane's artwork. Originally, I had planned on doing a video on each of these books, but I'm finding it quite difficult to do videos and to produce artwork and like pencil pages, ink pages, because I work a full-time job, so I'm trying to kind of fit stuff around that, and unfortunately, it's going to be tough to do videos on all of these. And I really wanted to do a video to promote Keavin, because I think in the last few years in the indie scene in Ireland, Keavin has definitely been the most prolific. Like, he's put out the most books, like these 4 books here. Keavin has more than this. I think these were just the books that I instantly felt, yeah, I'll enjoy those, so I'm gonna pick them up. Like, I think he has a few other ones, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of flick through. This is a little bit of a different format. I'm just trying to try it with a top-down camera and see how this goes. But yeah, so I'm gonna essentially, like, these 4 books here, Keavin drew them all. I believe he done the colors on these 2. This is his most recent book, Nasferatu. Keavin done the art on that, and then that was another book he done, Neon Skies. So yeah, the different colorists on these 2, and then Keavin colored these. But yeah, I'm just gonna flick through. I'll start here. This what I like about this series is that it's based in Ireland, and yeah, it just feels like the I'm just trying to remember who the writer is. Shane Ormond. So yeah, you can tell this, it's pretty authentic as far as a book in Ireland goes. It's a cool subject matter. It's kind of like a paranormal horror genre, but yeah, focuses around the police in Ireland. And yeah, let's just take a look. I actually loved the first page of this. This is really nice. It's quite kind of iconic. You have these hands clasped with no panel borders and just a white background. It's always a great effect. And yeah, everything is kind of central here. The composition. Love this facial expression here, and this is really nice. Nice reference. All the hands and stuff are excellent. Like, this is definitely Keavin at his strongest. I can tell sometimes when Keavin obviously is rushed, he's on a deadline or something. I might throw in some just some of his pin-up work at the end. I think you can tell when Keavin has time, and I think he gets quite excited drawing superheroes and stuff like that. I think his artwork really shines then. Like, it's really incredible. Like, his sequential work is not as wow factory. Like, it is amazing, but you'll see what I mean when I show his pin-up stuff. Like, but yeah, this series, like, as far as the colors go, they were quite desaturated in this series. So the fact that it's kind of like street level crime story, I think there was more onus on Keavin to make sure that all the characters look different, and I think he done a great job with that, to be honest. Like, kind of mainly focuses around this female policewoman, and this is actually this is kind of the main criminal kind of boss. What I actually like in this is, early on in the story, he gets his nose broken, and he goes around with this plaster across his nose. It's just a nice little motif to tie around that character. But yeah, this I love this page here, actually. It's a really dark page. Like, there's some great kind of like cast shadows here. Just some nice reference in there for he's pouring himself a whiskey, and then, like, that face there, that's a gorgeous face. Like, it's really good. Nice kind of bit of hatching under the kind of chin and nose, and great hand as well. Great expression, beautiful expression. Like, so, like, this is Keavin really at his best. It's gorgeous stuff. Like, the book is quite violent. This series is, yeah, quite violent. There's a lot of like really gruesome stuff in it. Tons of dialogue. It's weird. Yeah, I love comics, but I like books that have less dialogue. So like this feels like it actually could work as a TV series. You know, it could quite kind of translate quite easily. I think it would be cheap to do. Like, this actually kind of found this scene here. Like, so the policewoman is fighting this guy, and like his hand is the size of her head. So he's a huge dude. Like, he's absolutely massive, and like he probably weighs 3 times her body weight. Like, but she manages to actually beat him up. Like, which, I don't know, I found that a bit unrealistic. Maybe if she had superpowers, that'd be fine. Like, but yeah, like she gouges his eyes out and stuff. Like, and there's actually some great kind of symbolism here. I don't know if you can make that out, but it's like deer's antlers and blood. That's a really nice page. Like, but yeah, like I won't go too much further in on this because there are some kind of reveals later on in the in this, like, which I don't want to give away. Like, yeah, I'll flick through the second part. We'll just have a look at that as well. Here. I just stopped the video there because I just wanted to have a look through this book just to refresh my memory on a few things, and I'm actually not gonna go through it because I don't want to give any of the story away. There's quite a few kind of reveals early on, and it will probably kind of take from the experience of anybody who's going to pick it up. Like, so like the only thing is I'll mention, well, it's actually a great cover. I think I prefer this cover over the first part. Just a nice composition of the face and the logo here and these bloodied hands, and actually there's some really cool kind of textured patterns there. I even love the opener, which is you know, somebody preparing food. I love that type of stuff, you know, for world building, rather than just having every page with just characters and faces and talking heads and stuff like that. It's great to, you know, build up the environment and yeah, just kind of show something different. Like, so yeah, it's the same creative team for both parts. They're gonna Act 1 and Act 2. So yeah, Shane Ormond is the writer. Keavin, it says art and design. Like, so yeah, I think Keavin done the colour and everything. Like, and Colin O'Mahony and Alice Coleman on the letters. So I'll leave that at that for the moment. I really enjoy it. It's kind of a nice, really nice addition to the indie scene in Ireland, and yeah, I'm not sure if there's any more coming, but I'll definitely be picking them up if there is. Of these 2 other books here, this is Kevin's most recent one, so I'll do that last actually, and I'll cover this one next. This is Neon Skies. This is actually, I remember when this came out, you know, it was quite a big deal behind it. Like, I was seeing it all over my social media. Like, it's quite a thick book. Like, I'm not sure how many pages are, but like, you know, I think this would have taken quite a while for Keavin to draw, and I just took another quick look through it there a few minutes ago. This was actually a Kickstarter, so so yes, obviously Keavin and the rest of the team have been through the whole crowdfunding thing. Like, the creative team is Kieran Mark Antonio's the writer, Keavin done the art and the letters, Christian Sabare. Really excellent colours actually. This guy is great. I think he's a perfect addition to the story. Who else? There's a few other, like there's a flatter there, Michelangelo, Arbon, I think that's how you pronounce that. Jill Dempsey as the editor, and then yeah, it's published by Rogue Comics. But yeah, like, I get the feeling this is the type of stuff that Keavin enjoys drawing more. You know, I could be wrong, but it's like total futuristic. You know, there's a lot more left to for the artist's expression. You know, you can kind of design stuff. You don't have to be heavily reliant on referencing things. Like, you know, if you do, like, I'm struggling from that. My graphic novel at the moment is, it's set in Dublin, and I just feel like nearly every page I come to, I'm looking up Google Images, and sometimes I just wish I was drawing a book in a futuristic world and I could make up whatever I wanted. But like, the book looks great. Like, I have to say, like, it's, yeah, it's just like, look at that there. Like, that's gorgeous. Like, it's a great name actually for a story, Neon Skies. I like the name, and you know, it's this cyberpunk world. You know, you've got all your serious kind of lens flares and glows and all that type of stuff going on. But yeah, like, it's full of all this type of stuff, and I think Keavin, I think he's loving doing this. Like that's the impression I get off of it. Like, so I'll just kind of flick through here and talk about anything that I spot. I'm not gonna kind of show everything. Something actually, like this panel here, or this page here, like, I actually really like that. See that kind of like cast, the light being cast across the face. Like, that would be the choice of the colorist there, which I thought was really nice. And you know, like, these are cool looking characters here. They're nice designs. Like, I can tell as well, like, even here, they're done really well. There's a lot of effort put in there. And then on this actually looks like Keavin just rushed through that panel. It's not as detailed as here, like, but these two pages are great actually. It's like, I suppose, going back to that guard panel that I was talking about, here's another panel, like, you know, a glass of some kind of futuristic beverage being poured, and this guy sitting in his chair, and then these nice kind of you know, he's sitting out looking, I don't know, I think, yeah, he's looks like he's got a view out on a planet, or maybe he's up in a spaceship or something, like. But these are two great pages. Like, look at, check this out. Like, this is absolutely class. Like, just like, this like, to me, this, I think if there's anyone out there and they want to hire Keavin, they should be pushing him in this direction. Like, you know, this is great. Like, it's really good. Like, it's actually a nice page there. Big mushroom cloud going off. It's nice. Yeah, there's some nice designs, really nice designs in this. Yeah, look, it's a huge book. So I love this actually. This it's almost like their version of the Batcave or something. And I love this kind of chamber here. I love the this composition, all these pipes and stuff like that. Like, you know, this is really nice. There's a great page as well. You know, just pushing home the environment, reminding people where they are in the story. I think there's a looks like Coruscant from the Star Wars world is inspired by that. Yeah, like, so I won't go too much further through this. I don't want to give too much away, like, but yeah, Neon Skies, that's actually a hardcover as well. Great artwork from Keavin. This, I suppose, just as a book to pick up and look through at the artwork, this could be my favorite of Kevin's. Like, just, it's a very pretty book, like, and yeah, very enjoyable to look at. So yeah, the final book I'm going to look at here is Nasferatu. This is World War II, vampires and Nazis. That's kind of the gist of the story. I think there's kind of a lot of that type of stuff out there, so it wouldn't be the first thing I'd go to as a story. But look, it's an Irish book. I'm gonna pick them all up. Well, most 90% of them I'll try and support. Like, and this is like, you know, this is like a really high standard book when it comes to the indie scene in Ireland. Well, I suppose in the world actually. But yeah, so creative team, Wayne Talbot wrote this, and he was also the colorist. Keavin is doing the art and the letters, and Gillian Dempsey is the editor. So yeah, actually, I kind of had a laugh at this first scene. I remember reading it, and you know, you've got this nice opener here where you're in the countryside in Germany. You see these two guys kind of, you know, sprinting across behind this tractor. You know, then you get a nice shot of who they are. You know, they're talking to each other. You see where they're headed. You know, really nice. I love these action poses here. Great job from Keavin there. Like, just loved the way this guy is positioned with that gun, and even this fella jumping over the wall, and it just nice kind of tilted angles here. And you know, they're getting ready to bust down this door. But yeah, this, I suppose what I found funny was they done all that cool work, and literally as they were going through the door, they got rumbled. Some guy just kind of got the drop on them. So straight away I was kind of thinking, right, these two are a bunch of losers when it comes to stealth. Like, but there's another great panel there. Look, really nice. The colouring, yeah, it's quite dark in a lot of this stuff, but I suppose it's nighttime. Got some great costumes here as well, like great reference costumes there, some like German soldiers, some great hands. Even this, it's kind of, what's cool is, like, I think throughout this whole book, you know, there's like a bleak feeling. Like, it starts off at night here, you see the sun has come up. That's a lovely 2-page spread there. Like, not actually, I think a lot of these vehicles were 3D models or something. I'll show, it's not as obvious here, but there's later on there's some planes that kind of look like they were 3D models rendered and put into the page or something. I'm not entirely sure on that. Like, but yeah, there's a nice feeling of the day changing here. Like, you know, you even have the sun coming through the windows and stuff here, which is really nice. And then yeah, some nice kind of symbolism here. You know, they're bringing in this guy's wife. She's a Jewish lady, has gone missing, so you know, he's kind of invested in what the heroes are trying to achieve. But yeah, like this, I don't know what it was about the colouring here, like kind of just that red and orange, and it just felt kind of bleak, and like there was like this impending doom to it. That's actually a really nice panel there, full page kind of image. It's like, that's another one of these nice examples of a world building thing. Like, you know, these characters are moving into this strange world. Yeah, there's what I was talking about. Like, this kind of looks like a 3D model. I think there was yeah, like that as well. Well, the style looks a bit different, so I think this is not really what I'm into personally, but I suppose as well, this is indie stuff, and you know, you've got a budget and you've got time, so like, if you can do stuff that will speed things up, well, why not? Like, you know, thought I was gonna sneeze there. Yeah, I don't want to go too much further in here. I suppose one thing I noticed was some of these pages, I don't know if they were drawn at different sizes. Some of them, resolution looks different on some compared to others. Like, but yeah, it's tough because I can't really go to the meat of the story at the end. But yeah, like, look, I really enjoyed it. I think a lot of people will really dig this story. It's another high quality book from Road Comics. Yeah, you can't go wrong. They have an eye for you know, just stuff that's of a certain quality. They'll obviously help. I'm not sure how it works with them. Like, they probably bring in artists. Maybe artists come and say, here, look, I have this story I want to do, and like, you know, I wouldn't say they accept everything, because most of the stuff I get from them is really good. Like, but yeah, so that's kind of the nuts and bolts of Kevin's most recent stuff that I have anyway, and it's all really good. I'm just on Kevin's Twitter here now. Just wanted to have a look at some of his more recent work. Like, he's definitely changing the way he's rendering stuff at the moment. Like, if you look at this stuff here, there's a lot of heavy blacks. Like, this is kind of loose work, like, you know, he's kind of letting go a bit. There's all that black and then the little kind of scratchy lines as well. Like the kind of singular line weight, that reminds me of like Sean Phillips or Charlie Adler. Even this kind of has a Magnolia kind of quality to it. But check this out, like, that's superb, really nice work. This really great Batman, like very kind of dynamic. This is awesome. Look at that, love that. So much black in there and just the white highlights. Like, I don't know if I think this stuff, yeah, what's he saying, this is something to do with his next book. Like this looks great. I'm really excited to see this stuff. Like, this is very gestural. Like, I love artwork that's not perfect precision. I like stuff that has that kind of handcrafted feel to it. Like, even this is probably a better environment, probably the best environment I've seen Keavin draw. Like, if you compare this to a lot of the books, I don't know, it's just, I do like that extra black put in there. I'm not sure what this is. Is that like snow, or I don't know. It's interesting. Like, it's interesting to see him doing different stuff. There's more there. Like, that's class. Like, absolutely love that. It's just, yeah, great. Like, the perspective in that is spot on, and like, this doesn't look like models. Could be like, it's just, yeah, it's exciting stuff to see what's coming next. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to jump into that last little section of this video to finish off this bonanza, this Keavin Keane bonanza. So yeah, just support his work. Great artist. Always excited to see what he does, and yeah, I'll leave it at that.